So I was checking the CFA Level 3 papers and wanted to share some of the questions and how students are answering the same. Now have a look at this question on the screen. This is from Active Bond Portfolio Management. So as you see, first of all, we have a forecast about what's going to happen to the yield curve. If you see closely, the yield curve is going to flatten because the 2-year rates and the 5-year rates are going to rise by 50 basis points and 25 basis points. No change in the 10-year rate, while the 30-year rate is going to fall by 40 basis points. Classic case of yield curve flattening. And then we are provided with 3 bond portfolios. Bond portfolio 1 has 100% exposure to the 10-year bond. So that's a bullet portfolio. Portfolio 2 has a 25% exposure to each maturity. So that's a laddered portfolio. And portfolio 3 has a 50% exposure to the 2-year bond, 10% exposure to the 10-year bond, and 40% exposure to the 30-year bond. Now, given the forecast, we have to advise which particular bond portfolio should be gone for. The answer would be obviously the barbell portfolio, that is portfolio number 3. The question is determine and justify. So determination is portfolio 3. That's it. You don't have to write a single line. Now justification, you have to justify why portfolio 3 is correct by also eliminating portfolio 1 and portfolio 2. So portfolio 1 is obviously incorrect because if you invest in the 10-year bond and the 10-year yield is not going to change, how would you manufacture higher return? Portfolio 2, in which you are investing 25% each of the maturities, that will definitely provide it some return because the 30-year duration is far higher. So the fact that 30-year yield will fall, it will definitely provide a higher return. But if you look at the third portfolio barbell, over there we are investing 40% in 30-year bond. So there the impact would be biggest. Now one may be fooled by thinking that portfolio 3 cannot be the correct answer because it's investing 50% in the 2-year bond and 2-year yield is going up by 50 basis points. So you're not understanding one thing, that the percentage change that takes place is a function, number 1, of duration, and number 2, a function of the yield change. So although the yield change is going to be highest in the 2-year, but the duration of the 2 years is very low. So net, if you choose the portfolio number 3, then the gain that we will have on account of 40% exposure to the 30-year bond far outweighs the loss that we will have on account of 50% exposure to the 2-year bond. So that's the type of justification that you have to give. I'm showing you the screen how the perfect answer looks like. Have a look. Have a look how the perfect answer looks like. Correct? Also have a look on how a good student has written about the answer and where he loses 1 marks. Okay, 1 point because he does not do away with the other 2 portfolios as to why portfolio 1 and 2 are not to be chosen.